Alright then. I went through this already with the first character. Now it's time to go in for the next one. Should be fun. Before I basically jump into it, I'm going to basically skip the explanations for why I'm basically in Windows XP and stuff like that, but why I'm basically not using full screen. So I'll note that I basically went through with Wren with the Windows screen, and the reason for it is because when I basically tried a full screen application, it looks weird. And this is what it looks like when I'm basically full screen it, so yeah, it's got this scroll bar which really shouldn't be here, and it's basically foisted up to the side. And it's not really zooming it out or anything, so it's like, why bother? Let's just go window mode and I'll just play it that way. I should probably note, by the way, all those web links right there, none of them work anymore because the game is basically like 2 decades old, and they see nothing really exists anymore from the offer. So, yeah. By the way, Game Brew is basically this video game hosting site of online games. That's what Game Brew is basically mostly known for, or was known for. Alright, so here is Azrael. Damn chickens. Alright, so Azrael is basically very similar to Wren, except that he's basically got a fist for attack as opposed to a sword. So he uses his sword as the end of his combo, but he basically punches stuff the first start. So that's how he's basically different. His jump attack is basically this is cleaver basically spreading out a little bit. Just like Wren, he can run around. Drop his cleaver down if he wants to. There's his panic attack. There's his magical attack. Alright, let's get to it. I'm not, by the way, for this arcade, normal, nightmare, and super hell, by the way. Normal is basically the basic gameplay for this game. But if you play on nightmare or super hell, you basically get that bonus gameplay of the Afghanistan bit. The only thing that nightmare and super hell basically do different than normal is that basically in super hell, when you basically hit your allies, they basically take 50% damage. On nightmare, basically they only take 1 damage, but they still get hit and knocked down. I don't think in normal they take friendly fire at all, so you don't even hit them basically in normal. So that's basically what those 3 modes are basically like. But we'll stick to nightmare because I was trying to basically show off the game here a little bit. And that's basically all I need to do. So episode 1 again. You basically a repeat of this scenario. Note, by the way, these guys basically say different stuff as well. So Wren basically is the Holy Paladin. This guy's more like the badass sorcerer. By the way, I note the friendly, units don't actually hit you. It's probably worth knowing that Azrael's a lot faster at attacking as well. So you can actually get to jump on these guys as well. But it's like short range as well, so there's that. Short range but faster attack. Now, nobody says something very simple here called I Imagine Azrael. And this guy's actually called like Imagine as like his class. It's actually probably worth like knowing, by the way, that this game here is basically very much inspired by Japanese, I guess, like, you know, terminology as opposed to like, you know, American. Or like English, I guess. For those who don't know, Imagine is basically like, you know, a magical person in Japanese, like, you know, I guess folklore and like, you know, language. It could be like an outwardly being or like, you know, a demon, but in this context it's just more so like, you know, it's a magical person. Was that it? You're free now. Go get out of here. I note that their text is also a little bit different, but you know, whatever. Oh! My soldier basically ate my food there. Not gonna throw out a dog, so it's gonna kill him. Interesting, there's a bit of food right there. There we go. Hey, thank goodness. Now where are they? There's Grisguard again. But yeah, I'll note that basically if you watch like, you know, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, you'll note that basically they call like their magic users like, you know, Majin. And basically the idea is like, you know, Majin are like, you know, special warriors that have magic in them. As opposed to like normal people. So this plays out again. No problem if I press space, I could skip all this, but you know, why not? I'll let you see the interactions between Azrael and the other guys as well. Now, note by the way, Tom there. He plays a special role basically in the next, like, you know, game, by the way, so keep an eye on him. I mean, it's like, you know, big sword there. This is gonna get real ugly. And it's pounding time once more. Now, unlike with, like, you know, with the Paladin, I don't really have the option to, juggle these guys as much. But this guy's pretty good at, like, you know, kicking ass, so it's fine. This'll work just fine. Level 6. Let's get to that boat. Alright, episode 2, Attack of the Amazons. Here we go. They're coming. Look out! Bitches! So yes, he's a badass sorcerer, of course. Now, note by the way, when he basically gets to the next game, it's basically called a Drow class as opposed to Imagine. Which, you know, is probably more fitting of him. Scream! There are some crazy wenches on this island. You know, in many ways, Azrael has much more in-context, like, sort of like, you know, quips and stuff, so he's probably a lot more enjoyable to play than, like, Wren is. He's basically very straightforward. Give it up, ladies. And you can see, like, her content is a lot more in content as well, because it's actually more, like, you know, in line with him than, like, Wren. Pikachu! I kill you! Probably should have left that chicken go well. Something's wrong. Overconfident fool. We will sink your little ship. And enslave any fool left alive. Whoop. Where's the crew? It's all clear. You paladins are always late. They're making their last stand by the castle. We are breaking in. You will never win. We're taking a lot of damage here. That'll help. There goes the queen. Let's crash the castle. The Outsiders, Woolly History. On the broad idea of this game, you're basically finding the Outsiders, who's basically that elf there. He's not basically from the dimension that these guys basically are in. And the whole goal of this basic game is to sort of like, you know, take on the Outsider and kill him, so to speak. And then it's more revealed basically in the next game, basically about what's going on. To give it a little bit more context as well, I'll note that Azrael's basically been in contract to sort of help out the Paladins here, because they want to get their princess back, who was basically captured by the Outsiders. That's like the entire reason for his plot here. Very powerful attacks. Went a little bit too fast there. Hi. Where's the boss? I have guarded this castle for centuries. I will cut your skull and eat your brains. I'll eat yours first. So I note that he's basically attacking him with melee attacks there, but he's doing like nothing to him. With him. That I'm sure. Because yeah, note that those are mages as well that you're fighting, but you know, we're like the badass sorcerer who don't really care. Here's the cleric. Let's crack some skulls. I'm not probably completely, confusing what's going on the screen because there's so much going on, but whatever. It is like a different game from usual Streets of Rage where it's like one character on the screen beating up everyone else. It's like a team effort, so to speak, this time around. I'll take that healing. I need a real challenge. Alright, so it's the two Wren again. But they have Imagine! Worthless coward. I guess in comparison to the Paladin, we don't use holy forces, but rather magic and mana and stuff like that, so... Got you. There goes that one. You killed the cleric, you bastard! Pair of fools. Guess you learned that really hard way. Alright, into the castle. I'm not probably against Obert. Azrael will also have a very different ending as well. This is the place. We are with you. Go back now. Before it's too late. We already read this, but whatever. This side and that side. There's a lot of them. Give up now, drone. Yep. Right to the face. Now, again, they won't do any damage to him because it's a Wraith, so... Hopefully that clerk survives, because I like her for over it. Remember, she can heal people, so... He's useful to have around. I don't care who you are, freak. I've come to kill you. Again, we're just gonna fight this race to get rid of them. Okay, now it's over it. Oh, to kill my cleric again. Oh well. Sharp-eared bastard. Get the girl out of here. Where are you going? Impossible! This time you stay down. Get some health. There we go. Less score this time because they sort of helped out, but oh well. What power? And yeah, if you have allies left, he kills them all. No way! Come and get me. Damn! I can't win! Master Evanstall! Get out of the way, I will handle this. I am 3rd ranked Archmage of Azrael. No pathetic human can ever defeat me. I'll destroy this entire hillside. Goodbye, fools. I don't need help. I'll prove it to you. So mote it be. I'll kill you, elf thing! Battle the mages. You're going to hell. We shall see. Azrael fell from the air, on his knees, gasping and riffing in agony. Blood spilled from his lips as the walls around him began to crumble. The ashen corpse of the elf scattered on the floor. The dark magician broke the silence with the eerie cackle. You see, Stahl? He laughed. I'm as strong as you. I have proved myself. No damn outsider can ever overpower me. Let them all come. He laughed heartily, choking on his own blood. Soon he collapsed on the floor and looked towards the ceiling. An evil smirk formed on his face as he peacefully closed his eyes. So let's score that time because my allies helped out a lot more at that time because they took away the damage from me. Caves of Afghanistan again. Caves of Afghanistan. Let's do it. What the hell? It's time to go get medieval. Yes, let's kill the terrorists. They never learn. Don't make me laugh. These caves dogs must be stopped. What the? I'll show you your two graves. Look at that food. Osama's dead. That's for America. And of course, the same quote as Wren basically says, but oh well. Alright, so, that was basically like, you know, Majinwar, the evil secret of Azrael. Let's just jump in with survival mode here. Let's see if I can go 10 minutes or longer. Bring on the pain. Alright, down to half health, but why don't we kill them all? Damage short reach, but whatever. There's some wolves. I don't like the sound when I first time I eat food. Oh well. Yeah, jumping's bad against these guys because they just jump at you as well. Yay, level up finally. That'll help. Back in the game. Help has arrived. Take that. Yeah, try to get the hits in these guys first if you try anything, so. That worked. Ow. I'll take this. By the way, it's worth noting this guy has a much different like sort of attack race than the other guys, like, you know, Paladin, you know, panic attack. Azrael basically has like a more like, you know, attack everything around him when he like, you know, panic attacks, as opposed to like, you know, right in front of him with like, you know, Wren. Ow. That's painful. And there we go. Didn't make it anywhere near as like close to the last time, but you know, probably kills like as many people as last time too. You are a master of disaster. Alright, that's basically enough of this right here. I'll just pause recording for a bit, but I might actually be back to basically like do some recordings with this like one, so bear with me in a bit. So, it's worth noting at this juncture that much of like, you know, Majinwar and it's like, you know, assets are basically not really available. But thanks to the Wayback Machine, we can at least view its like, you know, homepage here. So, Majinwar. As you can see, this is basically back in like, you know, 2004 when this is basically being like, you know, updated and such. What is Majinwar? Majinwar is an epic fantasy fighting adventure with lots of action, multiple enemies at a time, and even friends by your side. Choose between two heroes in 3 difficulty settings: Normal, Nightmare, and Super Hell. Go through 4 grueling episodes of Warlords, Vicious Amazon Woman, Howling Wolves, Dark Wizards, and defeat the evil outsider. Use your sword and powerful magic attacks to vanquish your foes. If your score is high enough, you can even get Osama bin Laden. Honestly, this is basically available, like, you know, automatically basically play in the Nightmare setting, but, you know, this was a basic game that got updated, you know, for at least a year or so after it was basically released. Anyhow, what was basically the story of, like, Majinwar? There's all the moves, by the way, again. In a once peaceful land, many strange things came about that could not be explained. Apparitions came forth, and the sky fell with horrendous force, scattering the people homeless throughout the land. The people of the kingdom Duridan blamed their plight on the dark wizard Evanstall, and marched in very protest. Who else could have caused so much chaos but the one who is quiet and mysterious as he? But soon a movement became known. They were outlanders, and their powers were unknown. The soothsayers predicted their arrival, and it became clear now that they were everywhere. As the towns became bombarded by attacks by nightfall, King Ranquist of Duridan sent his bravest to the evil island. Courageous knights fought valiantly, but to no avail. Their ships sunk suddenly in a bright flash, and those that were able to make it to the land fell prey to the endless hordes. The evil island inhabitants retaliated by kidnapping the Princess Chai, making her a prisoner of the island, tying the hands of the king, making the outlanders free to reign upon his kingdom with no resistance. The king pleaded with others to take action, but fear of the falling sky turned many heads. The wise old Pope of the Church decided that something must be done to stop their evil from spreading across the countless other lands. He knew that the outlanders could not be defeated by normal means, and the only way was to embrace magic. The Pope traveled far with his vicious paladins to arrive at the tower of the dark wizard Evanstall. The tower was always a mysterious place. No traveler would ever cross its path. What goes on inside its halls has been rumored in stories to be of black magic, torture, and death. The Pope begged for help from the old wizard. Azrael thought long and hard. He wanted to take the blame away from himself and live in silence. Giving the Pope one of his most skilled retainers, he agreed to be rid of the Outlanders once and for all. The Holy Army and a soldier of black magic converged for the quest to rescue the princess and find out the secret of the Outlanders. Alright, so that's basically like, the background of like, what's basically going on in this game. Obviously, you don't really get that in the game itself, so you have to basically go to the website basically to find it. Alright, so TV tropes. Now, TV tropes can basically give you a lot of insights basically about like, what's basically going to happen here and such. But one really important insight is basically down here. And basically, if you basically like go down to like, the tropes that apply to like Rage of Magic 2 and look for an immediate sequel and like, conflict brackets and stuff like that. Yeah, I can basically read all the stuff as well. But somewhere in here, cutting off the branches, averted. It is revealed in here that both endings from the original are canon, and the endings are actually two parts of a single ending. Azrael dealt the first blow with his powers, and then Wren and his fellow paladins followed up with the Perils of Light to finish off Oberat. So basically the idea is like, what happens in the end of like, Majinwar is that essentially Azrael basically goes in first and like, messes things up and like, basically gets to a confrontation with Oberat, but even though he basically blows like Oberat away, Oberat basically still recovers. And basically like, fighting like, Oberat again, Wren basically fights him. Azrael basically comes in to basically help finish off like, Oberat this time. And of course, before Oberat has a chance to basically get back up, Wren basically and his fellow paladins basically come in and like finish him off with a final blow to basically, terminate him for good. Now, it's kind of interesting, like, how, like, the sort of, like, canon basically works with, like, this game, because it basically has, like, those two, like, arcade modes back-to-back, like, together. And it's basically one of the things that basically sort of, like, changes within, like, the sequel, Rage of Magic 2. I'll get to that when I basically get to it, but I'll note basically the idea of, like, the story mode for Rage of Magic 2. Not only was it basically, like, something basically changed, it was also, like, an idea basically put ahead of the developer. See, the thing about Majinwar is that I basically, like, really enjoyed this game, and I actually interacted with the developer after like, I bought the game, and I did like give him some feedback. I also played like, the full game, Rage of Magic 2, basically for free, after it was basically, before it's basically released. I was able to give some feedback on like all the stuff, specifically the final bosses, because gotta give feedback on something, and for the most part, we'll get to that when we get to that, but that was basically Majinwar. That's enough basically to talk about. Hope you guys basically enjoyed it, and, take care. I'll see you guys in Rage of Magic 2 when I get to it. If I get to it. Hopefully I can get to it.